Well, welcome back. After watching the coverage over the weekend and seeing the images out of Florida and the continued recovery process in Houston, a lot of people are still wondering, how can I help the hurricane victims? Julia Wright with the local chapter of the American Red Cross joins us now with more. Julia, it's always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into it. Talk about how many people are here actually being helped by the Red Cross. We know that there are lots of people in the area, but that are actually being helped by you.
So we have 31 people at our shelter as of noon today, and we've had a few more come in, I think, after that, but we have had that pretty steady number over the weekend at our local shelter over at East Brainerd Church of Christ.
And of course, East Brainerd Church of Christ partnering with the Red Cross, helping out. How long do you expect the shelter to stay open?
So we'll be there until the need is no longer in need, until the families can actually go back home and start their recovery process.
We were talking about, before we came on air, the fact that there are lots of people in this area. Some people, we know that the hotels were full. But at some point, sometimes people may say, you know what, I can no longer afford to stay in a hotel. And you're saying if that's the case, then you all can help out.
Over the next couple of days, we still have capacity at our shelter. It'll hold up to 162 people, and we're at 31. So we still have lots of capacity to hold additional folks if they need a place to stay, or if they need some other services. We have our medical staff there as well. So if they're having problems with their medications or things like that, they can reach out at the shelter there at East Brainerd Road and come in, and we can connect them with one of our workers to get assistance.
And that really is so important, because when you're fleeing a situation like this and you're trying to get your family out to safety and you end up somewhere and ultimately you say, my goodness, I forgot this, I forgot that. My medicine, something that's so important. So that service is available to help
it
them.
is. Our nurses are there, and that's one of the things that they work with folks that come in at our shelter. A lot of times, even if you take your emergency supply, it may only be for 2 or 3 days before you're needing that refill, and so we can help them connect with the resources they need to get their emergency medications.
And as we wrap up, how can people help if they're out watching right now and they say, you know what, I want to do something to help these families?
So we have training tomorrow for new volunteers, so we would encourage folks to come out if you'd be interested in becoming a Red Cross volunteer. This is going to be a long process with both Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma back to back, so we anticipate to be in those areas helping with the recovery process for quite a long time, and that means we'll need additional volunteers as time goes on to replace the ones that are there and that have really worked for the last couple of weeks, and they'll start to get tired and they'll need to go home.
Hats off to those volunteers, and hats off to the Red Cross. And Julia, as always, thank you for coming in.
Right,
we so
thank
appreciate
you.
what you all do here in this community and throughout. All right, well, we want to let you know about an event happening this Friday to help victims of Harvey and Irma. Channel 3 will partner with the American Red Cross to host a telethon all day on Friday. Our phone bank will open at 4:30 on Friday morning and stay open until 6:30 Friday evening. Online donations will also be welcome through WRCBTV.com. We hope you'll join us on Friday and help us show the people impacted by these storms just how much the Tennessee Valley cares. And people here in the Tennessee Valley always come through. Let's go over now to